Are you attracting thousands, maybe tens of thousands of visitors to your website? Maybe hosting fantastic webinars, pouring effort into content creation, but finding those efforts just aren't consistently translating into actual customers. If your conversion rates feel, well, stuck, you are absolutely not alone. It's a really common challenge, actually.
It really is.
And it often comes down to those final crucial steps in your customer's journey.
Exactly.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into a topic that is absolutely critical for turning all that hard-earned traffic into tangible revenue. We're talking about optimizing your bottom-of-funnel conversion pages.
Right, the pointy end of the funnel.
This is truly where deals are won or lost, and we're calling this deep dive Conversion Rates Stuck. Try this page redesign strategy.
And it's fascinating, isn't it, how many businesses, they really excel at the top and middle of the funnel, drawing people in with great content, educating them, building that awareness.
You do that part so well.
Only to see prospects hesitate right at this final sort of decisive stage. So this deep dive is all about giving you a practical roadmap, really, to master that moment.
Yeah, turning those hesitant prospects into confident customers who are ready to, take action.
Precisely.
I think that's such a crucial point. It's not just about getting people to the page, it's getting them through it, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's the core challenge.
So as we unpack this, we'll be focusing on 3 powerful pillars that are really key to boosting those conversion numbers. First up, we'll talk about designing truly friction-free conversion pages.
Okay.
Second, we'll explore how to provide just undeniable proof of value. That's crucial. Proof. And finally, we'll discuss optimizing that critical last mile of the customer journey, along with, importantly, how to effectively measure your success.
Right, because you need to know if it's working.
Exactly.
Yep.
And this isn't just about small tweaks here and there. It's really about a strategic redesign that can dramatically increase your conversion rates and ultimately accelerate your sales cycle.
Which is what everyone wants, right? Faster sales.
Absolutely. So let's kick things off with that first pillar. Creating conversion pages that are, well, utterly friction-free.
Oh, okay.
When you think about a bottom-of-funnel page, its mission is incredibly singular, isn't it? It's to reduce any lingering worry, spotlight your value with crystal clarity, and provide a super obvious next step.
Just one next step, ideally.
Right. But what's the biggest enemy of that mission?
Well, the biggest obstacle to conversion, it's almost always distraction.
Distraction, yeah.
And what's often counterintuitive about friction is that even seemingly helpful elements, like, say, a full site navigation bar or social share icons, they can actually act as escape hatches on a conversion page.
Escape hatches, I like that.
Yeah, they divert attention right at the critical moment.
That's a great way to put it. So the true insight here is that at the bottom of the funnel, every option that isn't the core conversion goal is, well, it's a potential distraction.
Exactly. It's pulling focus.
So the most successful pages are, frankly, ruthless about eliminating anything that doesn't directly support the conversion.
Ruthless is the word.
We're talking about stripping away site-wide navigation, getting rid of unnecessary links that could lead prospects away.
Even if they're good links elsewhere.
Right. Simplifying your messaging down to just the most compelling benefits and, crucially, reducing form fields to the absolute minimum required.
We've seen this strategy work wonders. I mean, for instance, there was a data analytics firm. They were really struggling with their demo page conversion rate. It was hovering around like 4%.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, not great. But by ruthlessly simplifying their design, they highlighted just 3 key customer outcomes instead of, I think it was 8 features they had listed.
Big difference.
And they cut their form length in half. Just doing that, they nearly tripled that rate, jumped up to 11%.
From 4% to 11%?
Yeah. That single change dramatically impacted their pipeline pretty much overnight. It's a powerful lesson in less being more,
It really is. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So for you listening, a concrete first step could be to just audit your current conversion page.
Yeah, take a hard look.
Count every single element that doesn't directly contribute to the conversion action. All those extra nav links, social media icons, secondary offers, everything. Then maybe create a simplified version, test it against your current page for, let's say, 30 days, and just see what happens.
A simple A/B test. It can be really revealing.
Definitely. Now, beyond stripping away the distractions, we need to actually craft compelling page elements. Each part of your page shouldn't just present information. It needs to trigger a specific psychological response.
Right. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's really about speaking directly to the prospect's deep-seated needs and concerns at that moment.
Okay.
Take headlines, for example. Instead of something generic like, schedule a demo of our platform, which is very feature-focused.
We see those all the time.
All the time. Think outcomes. A far more effective headline might be something like, see how you can reduce production errors by 37% in 90 days.
Ah, okay. Specific, measurable, time-bound.
Exactly. It speaks directly to a specific, measurable, and time-bound outcome. Your headline should promise clear outcomes. The formula is pretty simple. Specific outcome plus time frame plus for your type of business.
That focus on the after scenario, it really shifts the mindset, doesn't it? It reminds me how powerful storytelling is, even on a conversion page.
Absolutely.
So beyond the headlines, how else can this after perspective be woven throughout the rest of the content?
Well, it's not just about listing benefits. It's about painting a really vivid picture of that after state.
Right, what life looks like with the solution.
Precisely. Your content should be intensely benefit-focused, using the second person you and your to emphasize that transformation for them, and crucially, include actual metrics whenever possible.
Metrics make it real.
They do, and your visuals, your hero images, they should reinforce this by showing results in action, maybe real people using your solution, or even powerful before and after comparisons, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And similarly, replace those, dry, feature-focused bullet points with outcome-focused statements instead of AI-powered analytics dashboard.
Which sounds cool, but what does it do?
Exactly. So something like identify cost-saving opportunities in minutes, not weeks. The key formula here is kind of action verb plus specific benefit plus unique advantage.
That's a fantastic framework for thinking about every single element. It brings us to a really helpful concept. We call it element trigger alignment. Could you walk us through how different page elements should align with specific psychological triggers?
Sure. Yeah, it's about making sure each element has a specific job to do psychologically.
Right.
So your headline, for instance, its job is to trigger problem recognition. So it needs to be specific and outcome-focused, like we just discussed.
Got it.
Your social proof, those testimonials or trust badges, their job is to reduce fear and build credibility. So they need to be prominently placed, ideally above the fold.
Makes sense. See it right away.
Exactly. Your form, well, that represents a commitment, right? So it needs only the essential fields. Keep it short, ideally 3 to 5 maximum.
Minimize that friction.
Minimize the ask. Your call to action, the CTA button, its job is to trigger an action bias. So it needs a high contrast color, make it stand out, and use a clear action verb.
Like get started or see my results.
Perfect. And finally, your risk reversal, the guarantee or trial offer that addresses loss aversion. So it needs to be clear, concise, and ideally also visible without scrolling above the fold.
That makes perfect sense. It's like guiding the user psychologically through the decision. Now, as we unpack the sources, one fascinating area that keeps coming up in reducing friction is this idea of micro-conversions.
Ah.
It's a subtle shift, maybe, but it seems highly effective.
It really is. Strategic micro-conversions, they capture intent without forcing a full commitment right away. Because let's face it, not every visitor is ready for the big buy now or schedule a demo on their first visit.
Or even their second or third.
Exactly. So think about things like chat widgets that are programmed to proactively engage after someone scrolls a certain amount or spends a certain time on the page.
Okay.
Or those exit intent pop-ups that trigger when someone looks like they're about to leave, offering maybe a lighter alternative like a relevant checklist or a guide instead of immediately pushing for the demo.
Right, a softer ask.
Yeah.
And things like save for later options or maybe quick question buttons. Those seem brilliant for low commitment engagement.
They really are.
I remember reading about a manufacturing solutions provider who added just a simple quick question button right next to their main demo form.
Okay.
And that simple micro-conversion captured 34% more leads that eventually converted to customers after some nurturing.
Wow, 34%. That's huge. It's
Wow.
truly about building those smaller trust-building bridges, isn't it?
It really seems to be.
Precisely. So for you listening, consider adding maybe a chat widget or an exit intent pop-up, maybe a quick question option, or even a save email this page feature. These are relatively small steps that can yield surprisingly big results in just expanding your lead pipeline.
Great suggestions. Okay, moving on to our second pillar now. Proving value beyond any doubt. At the bottom of the funnel, prospects aren't just looking for information anymore. They need tangible, undeniable proof that your solution will solve their specific problem.
That's right. The stakes are higher here. Different prospects have different lingering objections, different doubts. And the key is to match your proof assets, your evidence, to those specific concerns.
Okay, so tailoring the proof.
Exactly. A product demo, for instance, that answers the question, will it actually work for me? That belongs front and center on your main conversion page.
Makes sense.
A customer testimonial that answers, has it worked for others like me? That's really powerful near pricing information.
Right, justifies the cost.
A case study addresses, has it worked specifically in my industry? That's ideal for industry-specific landing pages. An ROI calculator answers, is it really worth the investment? Put that on pages related to budget justification.
Got it.
And maybe a free trial or proof of concept that answers, will it work for my very specific use case? That belongs on product-focused pages. It's really about anticipating all those what-ifs.
That makes so much sense. It's truly about anticipating every what-if and addressing them head-on with the right kind of evidence. It's like preempting objections.
Exactly.
And when it comes to product demos, what's maybe one common mistake businesses make when showcasing their products? Something that actually hinders conversion rather than helping it.
Oh, a really common pitfall is just showing off features, almost like giving a product tour. Here's button A, here's menu B.
The feature dump.
The feature dump, exactly. The most effective demos, they don't just showcase features, they follow a kind of 3-act narrative structure that solves a problem for that specific prospect.
Okay, a narrative structure. Tell me more.
Well, first, you establish the prospect's context and their specific challenges. You show you understand their world.
Act 1, the setup.
Right. Second, you highlight the conflict, the specific problems your solution addresses for them.
Act 2, the confrontation.
Exactly. And finally, Act 3 is the resolution, showing your solution in action, but focusing intensely on the outcomes it delivers for them, not just the capabilities.
Outcomes over features. That's key. And personalization is absolutely critical here, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Before the demo even begins, collecting information, things like their specific industry challenges, what tools they're using now, their priority outcomes, who the key stakeholders are, that allows you to truly customize the presentation.
So doing your homework beforehand.
Huge difference. There was a data security firm, they saw their demo to close rates jump by 42% just by implementing a simple pre-demo questionnaire.
42%.
Yep. They were able to customize each presentation to the prospect's specific industry, their compliance needs, the unique threats they faced. It's all about making it undeniably relevant to them. Generic demos, well, they lead to generic results.
That's powerful. This leads us naturally to interactive proof tools, which sound incredibly powerful. How do those help exactly?
They're great because they transform abstract benefits into concrete personalized outcomes right before the prospect's eyes. ROI calculators are a prime example.
Okay. How do you build a good one?
Well, first, identify maybe 3 to 5 key metrics. Your solution improves, maybe it's time saved, revenue increased, cost reduced, whatever it is. Then create a simple form for them to input their current baseline numbers.
Right. Their before picture.
Exactly. Then the tool shows clear before and after comparisons and projections based on their input. The key is don't make it overly complex. 3 to 5 inputs max is usually enough to generate really compelling results without being overwhelming.
Keep it simple. Keep it impactful.
Yeah.
And free trials or proof of concept implementations, they're similar, right? They need to deliver quick wins.
Yes, absolutely. You need to structure the onboarding to get prospects to one meaningful result fast. Don't try to show them everything at once.
You get them to the aha moment quickly.
Exactly. Provide clear guidance, maybe build in some feedback loops, definitely celebrate their first win, however small, and then show how that initial success scales up to broader outcomes. It's all about helping them experience that aha moment where they truly see the value for themselves rather than just hearing you talk about it.
That makes a lot of sense. Then there's the power of social proof. Testimonials, we mentioned them briefly, but they aren't just feel-good quotes, are they? They're really strategic assets.
Absolutely. And video testimonials are particularly impactful.
Why video specifically?
Because they add a layer of authenticity through expression and tone that simple text just can't replicate. You see the person, you hear their voice.
Right, builds trust.
It does. Keep them short, though, maybe 60 to 90 seconds maximum, and make sure they focus on specific outcomes and metrics. And crucially, Feature someone who truly matches your ideal buyer persona.
Someone the prospect can relate to.
Precisely. A marketing automation company, for instance, found that embedding short video testimonials from marketing directors right there on their pricing page increased conversions by 28% compared to just using testimonials alone.
Wow. 28% just from switching to video on the pricing page.
Hmm.
So it's not just what they say, but where you strategically put that testimonial. Placement matters hugely.
Absolutely. You need to position testimonials strategically right where doubt tends to surface.
Like little trust anchors.
Exactly. Put them near pricing tables to address value concerns. Put them beside form fields to reduce submission anxiety. Maybe on confirmation pages to validate the action they just took, or even adjacent to complex feature explanations to verify usability. Think of them as trust anchors dotted around your page.
Great analogy.
Okay.
Our final pillar. This is all about optimizing that critical last mile of the customer journey and making sure you're measuring what actually matters. This is where so many conversions, after all that hard work up front, can unfortunately just fall apart.
It's true. It's the final hurdle.
So how do you overcome a prospect's fear, that natural hesitation of making the wrong decision right at this stage?
Well, the answer often lies in implementing robust risk reversal tactics. It's about removing, or at least significantly reducing, the perceived downside of saying yes.
Okay, like a money-back guarantee. That's the classic one. But is it just saying money back, or does the phrasing and the type of guarantee matter more?
Oh, it definitely does. The specificity matters much more than just the length or the basic promise.
How so?
Well, think about different types. Time-based guarantees, like a 30-day no questions asked refund, are common. But performance-based ones can be stronger. If you don't see X result within Y days, we'll refund you.
Okay, tied to an outcome.
Exactly. Or conditional guarantees. Complete our onboarding process, and if you're still not satisfied. These are often far more effective because they directly address specific anxieties and show confidence in your process or results. It's about building that final bit of confidence.
That makes sense. What about paid pilots? I've seen those gaining traction, particularly in B2B, as a way to kind of bridge that gap between initial interest and a full commitment.
Yeah, paid pilots are excellent for demonstrating value with minimal risk for both parties involved.
How do you structure those effectively?
You need to define a specific time frame, maybe 30 to 60 days. Establish really clear success metrics that are agreed upon in advance. Set a reduced initial investment, obviously less than the full contract. And critically, create a seamless transition path to full implementation if the pilot is successful.
Make it easy to say yes to the next step.
Precisely. I know a B2B service firm that started using a 30-day paid pilot program. They saw their average sales cycle shortened by 20%, and 85% of those pilots converted into full contracts.
85%. That's fantastic. And huge validation.
Huge. And related to that are performance-based SLAs or service-level agreements, where maybe part of the payment is tied directly to achieving agreed-upon results. That's also incredibly powerful for building trust and reversing risk.
That's a massive win. Shortening the sales cycle and increasing conversions like that. Now, let's talk about building momentum. We hear a lot about creating urgency in marketing, but sometimes, frankly, it feels a little manipulative.
Yeah, it can definitely come across that way.
Like a trick, almost. Does that high-pressure approach actually work long-term, or are there more authentic ways to build momentum without turning prospects off?
That's a critical distinction, isn't it? The truly effective and ethical momentum builders aren't about fake scarcity. They're based on transparency and delivering real additional value.
Okay, so what would that look like?
Things like genuinely limited implementation slots based on your actual team capacity, or maybe price lock guarantees if they sign within the current quarter, perhaps enhanced onboarding packages for prompt decisions, or even bonus high-value content for quick commitments.
So it's offering a real benefit for deciding sooner, rather than a penalty for waiting.
Exactly. It's ethical because it offers a tangible benefit tied to a prompt decision, not manufactured pressure.
Got it. And the handoff between marketing and sales, oh boy, that's a notorious choke point in so many organizations. I've personally seen deals just stall out right there.
It absolutely is. So many conversions collapse right at that handoff point. The key is creating truly seamless marketing to sales handoffs.
What does seamless look like in practice?
Well, first, sales teams need complete visibility into the prospect's engagement history. What content did they consume? What specific questions did they ask on forums? Which key pages did they visit? Did they attend webinars?
All that context.
All that context, yes.
Right.
It allows for hyper-relevant follow-up. Messaging consistency is also vital marketing, and sales need to use the same terminology, reference the same content, reinforce the same key messages.
No disconnects.
None. And speed. Speed matters immensely for follow-up. Things like automated notifications to sales for high-intent actions, having clear response time standards, ideally within 1 hour for hot leads, and clear ownership are crucial.
An hour. That's fast.
It needs to be for high-intent leads. Think of creating maybe a simple marketing to sales passport document that accompanies each qualified lead, summarizing all that key context.
A lead passport. I like that.
Yeah.
So after implementing all these strategic improvements to the conversion experience, what does this all mean for measuring success? What should we actually be tracking to know if our efforts are paying off?
Right, you need to track the critical bottom-of-funnel metrics. Things like your demo-to-sale conversion percentage, a healthy range, is often somewhere between 20–30%.
Okay.
Your trial-to-paid conversion percentage, maybe 15–25%, is a decent benchmark. Your average sales cycle length, you should aim for maybe 10% below your industry benchmark if you can find it. And your CAC payback period, that's how long it takes to recoup your customer acquisition cost. Ideally, you're looking at 6–12 months. If these key numbers are off, you know exactly where you need to focus your optimization efforts. Is it the demo personalization? Is it the trial onboarding experience? Is it your risk reversal offer? Or maybe even your pricing strategy?
It gives you clear direction.
Exactly. Establish a dashboard with these metrics and make sure you review them regularly, maybe weekly or bi-weekly.
Okay, that's super practical. So
Yeah.
you got the insights now. What next? Let's try and lay out a structured, maybe step-by-step approach to putting all of this into action. This is your bottom funnel optimization plan.
Let's do it. A plan makes it actionable.
All right, weeks 1–2, audit and analyze. Start by really evaluating your current bottom-of-funnel assets. Look closely at your conversion pages, count every single distraction, analyze your form completion rates, review your core value proposition.
Take inventory.
Take inventory of your proof assets, too. Do you have enough compelling case studies, enough relevant testimonials? Are your demos truly impactful? And review your risk reversal tactics. How do they stack up against competitor offerings?
And maybe create a simple scorecard, Rate each element, say 1 to 5.
Good idea. And prioritize fixing anything that scores below, say, A3.
Right. Focus on the weakest links first. Then, in weeks 3 to 4, redesign conversion pages. Now you focus on that ruthless streamlining we talked about.
Less is more.
Exactly. Create a simplified page template. Remove that site-wide navigation. Emphasize your best social proof clearly above the fold. Rewrite your key messaging using those outcome-focused headlines and benefit statements.
Got it.
And implement those crucial micro-conversions we discussed, like adding a chat widget or maybe a save for later option. My tip here: start with your highest traffic conversion page first and A/B test the redesigned version against your current one. Don't just guess.
Test. Okay, then weeks 5–6. Enhance proof elements. This is where you really strengthen the evidence you're presenting.
Build that credibility.
Right. Improve your demo process. Implement those pre-demo questionnaires. Train your presenters on true personalization. Focus on the narrative. Expand your testimonial library. Maybe aim for 3 to 5 new video testimonials, really focusing on specific, measurable outcomes.
And develop or refine those interactive proof tools, like tuning your ROI calculator or simplifying your trial onboarding to accelerate that crucial aha moment for new users.
Makes sense. Getting that proof rock solid.
Then, weeks 7 to 8, implement risk reversal and handoff optimization. Now you develop or refine your guarantees and maybe structure those paid pilot programs.
Reducing that final friction.
Exactly. This is also the time to really optimize your marketing to sales handoffs. Create that lead passport template we mentioned. Define clear response time standards for the sales team. Build in those ethical momentum drivers we discussed earlier.
And involve both teams, right?
Absolutely. The best processes involve both marketing and sales teams collaboratively designing that handoff process. Get their buy-in.
Crucial point. Finally, weeks 9–10. Measure and refine. And this part is really ongoing, isn't it? It's not a one-time fix.
Not at all. Continuous improvement.
Create that bottom-of-funnel dashboard to track your key metrics. Implement a continuous testing protocol to keep optimizing. And document your best practices in a shared playbook so everyone's on the same page.
And maybe schedule a regular, say, monthly BOFU review meeting. Get marketing, sales, maybe even customer success in the room together to review performance, share insights, and identify new opportunities for improvement.
I love it. A continuous feedback loop. Okay, to help you start today, listener, here are some high-impact actions you could potentially take right away.
Let's make it concrete.
Okay. This week, audit your single highest traffic conversion page against that element trigger alignment framework we talked about. Identify the biggest gaps right now.
Just one page to start. Keep it manageable.
Within 14 days, try implementing at least one strategic micro-conversion on that main conversion page. Maybe it's a chat button, maybe an exit intent offer.
Small change, potentially big insight.
Within 30 days, create a pre-demo questionnaire and briefing process to start increasing your demo personalization. Get sales involved in crafting it.
Improve those demo close rates.
Within 60 days, develop one new risk reversal tactic. Base it on the single most common objection your sales team currently hears at the end of the cycle.
Ask sales. They know the objections.
And finally, ongoing. Establish that monthly review of your bottom-of-funnel metrics dashboard. Keep your finger on the pulse.
Track, review, refine. That's the cycle. Your bottom of funnel assets, they really are what bridge that crucial gap between just interest and actual action. They systematically address those psychological barriers that prevent purchase, building directly on the trust you've hopefully already established through your top and middle funnel efforts.
And when you implement these kinds of strategies consistently, you're not just aiming for higher conversion rates on a dashboard. You're going to see hopefully faster sales cycles.
Definitely.
And you'll welcome more confident customers who arrive at implementation actually ready and excited to succeed.
Which makes everyone's life easier down the line. And remember, bottom of funnel optimization, it isn't really a one-time project you check off a list.
Right, it's never done.
It's never done. It's an ongoing process of continuous refinement. The most successful companies are the ones that consistently test, learn, and improve their conversion assets based on real customer feedback and actual performance data. It's about iterating your way to excellence.
That's a great way to frame it. So here's maybe a final thought for you to mull over as we wrap up. Pick just one element, one idea from everything we've discussed today, and commit to implementing it in the next week or two.
Just start somewhere.
Just start somewhere. Your future customers are out there waiting for you to make their decision just that little bit easier. That's all for this deep dive. We really hope you feel well informed and, maybe more importantly, ready to tackle those conversion rates with some new confidence. Join us next time for another deep dive into what matters most to you.